victory in Jesus. So, Shirley has a new video about how we need to not store up treasures on earth. And she reads some verses that have just been like, wow, I wanted to give her a hug. It was like almost word for word the stuff that I've been saying for a while now. And so she's like right seeing the same exact kind of stuff I am about the kingdom and everything. But I went and visited the Christmas, I can't remember, is it Kent Christmas? Who was talking about how God's going to give us visions and all this stuff. And I started dropping seeds about how the hirelings don't know the good shepherd, nor do they hear his voice. And they might be soon running for rocks to hide under before the 7 Dead Seas. And I went over some other things like how Jesus said the greatest 2 commandments summarize all law and prophets, and tithing is robbery of honor parents' command. So most hireling pastors have already broke all 3 before teaching us how to know God or prince demons. So the chat room at the Kent show, I don't remember how many it was, but they were like going, wow. And I saw a couple people say, I am free. So things are happening, but I don't know if that Christmas guy suddenly stopped talking and they were like doing some kind of other stuff. And then this other Mike guy had some vision about Trump being used and anointed by God, and he has a mantle. And I was asking him, so was he anointed when he bankrupted us for billions? And didn't he start this whole dollar warp speeding into the peso with the vaccine and all this? What is that anointing? Is that from God? And so, well, let's just say there's been some fireworks today. I was like, wait a minute, is it July 4th already? Seems like the earthquakes might be happening, some of those earthquakes. So there's a lot of action, but if you want to listen to some truth, don't get lost in those silly Nickelodeon games like Troy Black's. Don't worry, it's all what he did. Be careful. That's Nickelodeon type theology from the beginning of Revelation. So it's always good to think like the golden rule about Santa. And if you've got stuff that's dark in your heart, just kind of let it go. Let go with that money stuff. Don't store up treasures on earth right now. Because Shirley, I'm telling you, she's right there on the same page. But some of these other Trump people are... Oh, and then which one was it? The Mike guy? I don't remember his last name. That's pretty funny. A Mike versus a Mike. He was saying at the end that you need to make sure and give so God can use this time so we all can grow. Like, sounds like a curse to me. Don't want to give to that. Especially if he's a hireling and he doesn't want to admit that, hirelings, they're going to have a talent show pretty soon. 1 Corinthians 3, and that could get pretty ugly. So, it's always good to listen to the prophets that are agreeing with the truth in the word. And that's what's always fun about Shirley. She always reads about 10 verses to agree with her vision about the kingdom come. And last time I think she talked about hirelings not having authority for the kingdom. So a lot of that stuff seems to be happening real quick. It might be good to listen to Shirley and those ones who actually are giving us real truth, because some of these people are like kind of wish-washy. Well, I think Trump's going to be used by God. Well, these guys are really bad. And those guys, Biden, but wait a minute. Biden's just taking Trump's laws and making them into equality acts. So what is isn't that a matrix? I don't know. Some of these people, I think Zombielands are most of the church. So, wakey. Eggs and bakey, well, be careful with that bakey.